Paul Purcell says, hi, Gilby. Hello. I had this single on cassette version, but great album, Unison. Yeah, we're listening to that right now. It has a really strong vibe. Sing, Celine Dion. Very freestyle. Sounds very 80s and freestyle, right? Like Lisa and the Cold Jams, CVB, Cover Girls. Out of 10, taking everything into consideration, I give this album, and I'm thinking about the discography, the entire catalog of Celine, what she's capable of musically. And I'm probably going to give this a... Hi friends, your buddy Gilbert here with a very special video. I have never done an album review and I'm really excited to do one right now. I had a few requests. This was like when I first started my YouTube channel, like 3 years ago during the pandemic. And there was a lot of requests for like Courage and my favorite Celine album of all time, which I almost named right now. When I guess now you know it's not Courage. It's actually another album, but I haven't really done that because I was kind of working out like how do you stream it, because I really think that our album review should be where you're just kind of hanging out with someone, right? I don't want so many cuts in it. I want it to feel very organic. So I kind of set up my station. I've got my drink. I've got some snacks, some sugar-free snacks. Can you see that? This is what I let me see if it will. It's sugar-free snacks. I don't know if you saw that. And like my Atkins keto bars. Anyway, but I've got some snacks. I just want us to be able to hang out. We are, of course, still celebrating the 33rd anniversary of Celine's first English language album drop, Unison. And so that's what we're going to be listening to today. I just want you to hang out with me, grab some snacks if you want. We're just going to be really, really chill and relax. And I just thought we would vibe together. I also want to read some comments because a lot of you were so kind to drop some comments in the last two videos I did where I was covering her live performances, 3 of them of the song Where Does My Heart Beat Now, as well as both of the music videos, the USA version and the Canada version. Some of you left some really, really great comments. I'm going to get to it in a second. If you are brand new here, please take a minute to rush over and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you will be notified of more reactions and more album reviews that I do here on this channel. So Gigi is a mess commented and said, it's crazy because you really do see the development. She's talking about Celine Dion and her growth in her performing style, the growth in confidence, the focus, and that she was well on her way to becoming the legend, to being the legend that would be Celine Dion by the time of the 1993 performance, because I showed both of those. Like, she's a grown woman at that point. She really is. No more of the shyness, the nervousness, or the desire to prove herself. She knows she's incredible and she has no qualms about it. What a great insight there. What a great little thought to share. Thank you, Gigi. I really appreciate that. Jesper, is that how you pronounce your name? And how she makes it sound like she's a big concert. It's just a TV studio with her and the woman and the older man. It's crazy. Oh, on Regis and Kathy. It's true. She's just in this like TV audience, and she makes it sound like it's this big auditorium. And I think it's partially the way that she performs, right? She's very grand. And then she also just has the chops, right? Like, even if she wasn't moving her body in an amazing way, her voice is just so big and so epic. And she performs with such a commanding presence. So thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate that comment. She was so sweet. Love Celine. Yes. Is it Tyne or Teen? I agree. She really, really is. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, Ashley says, wow, okay, really bringing back me to the 90s. Although I can't stand Regis. I never could. Kathy Lee's okay, but I could never stand her either. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I think that Kathy and Regis balanced each other out back then. Regis was a little rough around the edges, and Kathy was like the sensitive, kind of like sweet, compassionate one. And that was really exemplified in the way that they handled their interview with Celine. Nathan Dixon says, I love watching your Celine reactions. Thank you, Nathan. It's great to see someone who loves her as much as I do. Out of those performances, my favorite is the one from The Tonight Show. Yes, with Jay Leno. You could feel the raw power in her voice at that time. That's very true. I feel like even though Leno was flirting a lot with her, the big takeaway that I had from watching that performance was just how raw she was and how that power just comes out of her so effortlessly. It's really amazing to watch. We will read some more comments at the end. I want to get kind of started with this album review. So just sit back, relax, and we're just going to go right into it. I do have some fun facts about the album. So in the other videos, I was talking about how David Foster, right, was the big producer that her and Renee sought out after so that she could record in English. So, pardon me as I reach for my handkerchief, which is actually something else, but I don't want to, it's a family channel. Don't laugh at me, okay? But I'm a sweater. I'm like Whitney Houston. I have to wipe my sweat off. So I didn't realize that David Foster only produced like half of the album. Maybe, yeah, actually exactly half. I think he did 5 tracks. So a lot of the songs were actually from someone named Christopher Neal. He was the one that produced even Where Does My Heart Beat Now and The Last to Know. And there was and then of course Unison was produced by Goldmark. So I'm just like, I thought it was all David Foster. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's amazing. And then after this album, David was very much instrumental, no pun intended, in a lot of the hits that Celine released. But he wasn't as involved in Unison as in this album we're going to listen to, as much as I thought he was. I thought he was like the main man, you know? But yeah, he did about half the album. So that's really interesting. Okay, so first we're going to start with If There Was Any Other Way. Now, this song was actually the first single released internationally. I know I made a big old stink about, a big old deal about Celine's Where Does My Heart Beat Now being the first single. And that's because I'm in this little tiny part of America. And it was the US first single. That was the debut English single for America. But If There Was Any Other Way, the song we're going to hear now was what was released first. And we're going to start with that. It's track 1. All right, here we go. She has that Aaron Neville kind of sound in this. Mind that. Thought I covered my tracks so well, but now he says he knew about it from the start. Yeah, he knew about us all along. Do it, Celine. Sing. I don't think she can help herself, you guys. She has to sing. Maybe I better believe in now. But there's something I want you to understand before I go. Sometimes we don't have a choice when we play and break the rules. I just have to see you, darling, one more time, if only just to say goodbye. 'Cause he knew about us all that time. If there was any other way, love, don't you think I'm trying to find it? Don't you think I want to stay? Those lyrics really hit me hard. In other words, they can't be together, because if there was any other way, don't you think I've tried to find that way? I want to be with you, but there's no way out of this. There just ain't any other way. We have to break up. We have to end this. Like, that's so harsh. Like, Celine. Takes some getting used to. Yes, with the big gong. I haven't heard this song in a long time, but this is the bomb. This is a good instrumental little break here too. That was a very Christina Aguilera type of run. But as we know, this was way before Christina Aguilera, so maybe she got that from Celine, just saying. No shade against Christina. Okay, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that song. It's very up-tempo, right? But I don't know, is that up-tempo or is that mid-tempo? I mean, I was bobbing around. I was like, yes, I was getting it. But yeah, I haven't heard that song in a long time. So that was a nice little treat to revisit that song. I don't know how well that song did internationally. Y'all that are not from the States, that are not from America, please let me know in the comments. How well did that do? I mean, I could Google it and look, but I'd rather hear from you guys. But we're going to go next to If Love Is Out the Question. Now, I, of course, remember this song too. And it's really interesting. What's going to tie these two songs together is the line in the bridge of the song we just listened to, If There Was Any Other Way, where she says, I never meant to get serious, right? Ooh, so in other words, were they just kind of doing this physical thing? Celine, you little pig. Was she just doing like this physical thing in the song? And then like, you know, it was time to go more forward. Maybe he was the one that wanted to go more forward. And she's like, yeah, there's no other way to do this. So we're done. But we're going to listen to the follow-up song, track number 2, If Love's Out the Question. And here we go. Kind of get some country vibes, right?
You bought me flowers and you sold me a lie. You gave me compliments and too much wine. I play that game, I know all the moves. You show emotion, but you hide what you feel. You play the innocent, but I've watched you steal. I rest my case, you stand accused. But I must confess, I was quite impressed. You seduced me with your easy charm. And I must admit, I could fall for it. But if love is out the question,
yes,
there's no point to this affection. I gotta have more than ecstasy. Make me believe I'm all you ever need. Make me believe. 'Cause if love is out the question,
the total opposite of the last song.
the heart in your intention. I gotta have more than ecstasy. Make me believe I'm all you ever need. You talk in circles when I need a straight line.
The way that she pronounces her words, she's so comfortable by this point. She still does a lot of those falsetto-y flip things, you know what I'm talking about, where she flips up. It's very stylized. Michael Jackson did it a lot. And this sounds very kind of country, like it's giving me like early Faith Hill and what would later become like, you know, kind of Taylor Swifty, Carrie Underwood, like that sweet pop with country flair. But this part, the chorus with the choir, not the choir, I'm sorry, the background singers coming in, it feels very 90s. Very 90s. I love it though. I usually love everything from the 90s anyway. Celine. Bring those riffs.
Love is out of the question. Put a little heart in your intention. But love is out of the question. There's no point to this affection. But love is out of the question. Put a little heart in your intention. But love is out of the question. There's no point to this affection. But love is out of the question. It's not a heart in your intention. But love is out of the question.
So, sorry, I thought they were going to play the next song, which I'm pretty sure we've all heard before. So yeah, what a contrast to the first song. This one is like, I need love. If it's not on the table, see ya. If love is out the question, there's no point to this affection. I need someone to care about me. I need a commitment. It's very different than the first song. Again, I love that it's kind of upbeat. I feel like Celine's known for her ballads, right? Maybe it is because of her big epic voice. And of course, My Heart Will Go On and The Power of Love and Being the Beast. Like her ballads, all by myself. It's all coming back to me now. Her ballads are what has done the best. I'm so sorry if you can hear there was a car alarm behind me. It's over now. But I think everybody knows her by her ballads. So that's probably why she's known for that, because they're always so dominating on the charts when she releases a ballad. But we're going to track 3, which is Where Does My Heart Beat Now? Now, I know we've all heard the song, and we just all watched the music video. We all just watched the live performances. But let's visit the recording, and let's see if we can hear something new in it. Pretty sure we always will, right? It's Celine. So here is the English debut in America off her album Unison, first single. But I'm eating my candy, so don't mind me. No!
So much to believe in.
Y'all didn't even hear that because I had this.
Lost in time. Everything I needed fell into your eyes. Always thought of keeping your heart next to mine. But now that seems so far away. Don't know how love could leave without a trace. Where do silent hearts go? Where does my heart beat now? Where is the sound that only echoes through the night?
If you notice, well, first of all, you guys noticed that drop in my sound. I had muted myself when I started eating and I forgot to turn it back on, but you probably heard the camera on my audio. We're learning how to do this, so I apologize for that drop in audio quality for a while. So I'm noticing that she is stretching herself vocally here on track 3 much more than she did the other two tracks, which actually was the other single that was released out of the US. This is a strong song. Where's My Heartbeat Now? I do think it's the strongest song on the album. And this is kind of where it kind of proves it. She is not singing like this on those other two songs. I mean, listen to this. Listen to this. She's... So yeah, it was obvious this was going to be the breakout single in the US because she's really singing in this one. Y'all ready? Here she goes. Sing, Celine. It's probably the closest I'll ever be to background singing for Celine. Celine, you can't sing like that while I'm trying not to have a heart attack. Okay, wait. There was like a line. Did you guys hear that? At the very, very end. I need to find it somewhere. Is that what she said? I've never heard that before. It's always faded before that. Didn't I just say maybe we'll find something that we've never heard before? We just did, or at least I just did. You're all probably like, Gilbert, we already knew that. You're late to the party, Gilbert. Well, I didn't know that, so that was kind of cool. Okay. I have to stop recording after every 30 minutes. I've only got a few minutes left, so I can do this. We can hear one more before I have to start the camera over again. But here we go. This is the last to know, so we have enough time to listen to it before I just reboot the camera. Here we go. Let's do it. Again, all of these were Christopher Neal, producer. All these 4, including this one. It is until the next one that we start listening to what David Foster did. Crazy, right?
Let me be the first to say,
yes, Celine.
ain't it always so?
Here's the different dynamics of her voice. We know this part of her voice.
Another way to find out what I need to know.
This is like the Color of My Love era. She used a lot of this part of her voice in that record. The album, I mean.
What you haven't said keeps me guessing day and night, putting visions in my head. Don't let me be lost. it to yourself for my protection. Break it to me now. Don't let me be the last. Anything you want to tell me. Don't let me be the last. You're never gonna let me go. Baby, all I ask, don't let me be the last tonight.
Fun fact, I love Britney Spears' song, Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. But this was first.
You know how old friends will talk. A secret's hard to keep. But this girl, she says you're seeing. Sure sounds a lot like me. Still, it's not for me to say. If what I heard was true,
Sing, Celine.
and I won't let myself believe a word till I hear it from you. Don't let me be the last. Don't let me be the last. Would you lie to me? Oh, don't you keep it to yourself for my protection. Just break it to me now. Don't let me be the last. Don't let me be the last. You're never gonna let me go. Don't let me go. Baby, all I ask, don't let me be the last tonight.
Ooh, the flutes. Has a really strong vibe. Sing, Celine Dion.
Don't let me be the last.
You better sing.
You lied to me. Oh, don't you keep it to yourself for my protection.
Hear the rasp on my from my protection.
Don't let me be the last. Don't let me be the last.
With the flute.
You lied to me.
She got attitude too.
Baby, all I ask, don't let me be the last tonight.
Stop, Celine.
Don't let me be the last.
I'm gonna throw my shoe at you, Celine. Okay. Oh, by the way, that's how I act. I get angry when she sings so well. It's like I'm dramatic. Anyway, we're going to reboot the video and then come right back because otherwise it will stop recording in the middle of it. And that's not cozy. What is it? Okay, it's recording again. Okay, so this was not Britney Spears' version. This was a very different version. Actually, the song title for Britney's is Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. This is just called The Last to Know. But the reason why I even brought up Britney's version is because it kind of has a similar, like, they're both ballads, but there's kind of something going on in the background. It almost also kind of reminds me of If Walls Can Talk. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like that Mutt Lange feel to it, because I think Mutt Lange is the one that wrote or produced or both those songs, and he had nothing to do with this song, but it was giving me that Mutt Lange feeling to it. I don't know if your guys' ears caught it too, but yeah, I really enjoyed that song a lot. But I'm so mad at myself because as I was doing commentary, I forgot she shot up really high, and I missed it. Maybe I'll add it in post because you have to hear that part when she just soars, she jumps, don't let me be and she hits up, she goes up there for her last. I don't want to do it right now because, I haven't had all my tea and I don't want to show up Celine on reviewing her own album, but I'm just kidding. I wish I could sing like Celine, don't we all? Okay, so we are now going to listen to I'm Loving Every Moment with You. Aww, it's so cozy. All right, here we go. Oh, this kind of gives me Michael Jackson vibes, that duet he did on the Bad album. And a little bit of, is it Human Nature I'm thinking, or PYT?
Do you realize how long it's been? Where does all my time with you go?
Celine doing Dirty Pop.
And all the memories we shared as friends, reflected in my heart is where they show. I'm loving every moment with you. I'm living in a dream that's come true. I'm lost in everything you do. I'm saving every moment for you. You're hidden in a place that's safe and true. Loving everything we do. With every second you hold me near, I'm closer to a place I want to be. To hear you whisper what no one else can hear. Want your love to stay forever inside of me. I'm loving every moment with you. I'm living in a dream that's come true. I'm lost in everything you do. I'm saving every moment for you. You're hidden in a place that's safe and true. Loving everything we do. In my silence, looking in your eyes, I hear words you don't need to say. Just hold on, baby, 'cause it's real. I'm praying you feel what I feel in every way.
All of these songs really do sound like they're from the same album. Like there's this unifying, and even though this was not Christopher Neal, this is actually David Foster and Keen, it has the same vibe. Like they must have all really worked together to make sure that this was the sound she was going to have. Sounds united. So, of course, y'all know I love Celine, but I'm going to be really honest. I'm not loving the overall, I feel, sing, Celine, sing. I'm not sure that I'm completely convinced that this sound and this production and this style of an album for her is really showcasing her voice, with the exception of Where Does My Heart Beat Now? Because, and I think that's why that's the standout for me, because that one really allows us to see her, to listen to her voice. This song's ending. I don't want the next one to start, so let me just make sure I smoothly pause this one. Okay. I'm actually not really that fond of the overall sound of the album so far. We're done with the first half, right? The first 5 songs. So there's 5 more, right? Wait, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there is. And I'm not really that fond of all of the sound. And like I said, I think it feels like the production's eating her chance to shine on melody. I don't mean that it sounds too full because she's hitting her high notes, she's showing her range. I really feel like she's showing just kind of one dynamic of her voice. We all know her voice can do so many infinite things. I think that's why I love albums like One Heart and Taking Chances and Let's Talk About Love and A New Day Has Come, because they show so many different sides and facets of her tone. Even These Are Special Times. I feel like this album so far, and maybe it is because they're trying to go for United Sound, it just sounds quite one-dimensional so far for me. I love the songs. I understand now why I probably wasn't so familiar with them, because for me the standout so far still is Where Does My Heart Beat Now. I feel like so far in these first 5, that's the only song that really has allowed her to showcase dynamic and range and power of her voice, which is surprising because David Foster was so obsessed with her voice when he first heard her, and we all know the story, right? But we've got some more to go, and I'm so lost I don't remember really how much they sounded, but maybe I'm gonna eat my words in a little bit. Maybe again that was just the first David Foster. Let's listen to what else David Foster did for her on this album before I speak too much. Let's go. This is this one is going to be Love by Another Name. Celine got some funk.
Somewhere past midnight, when the moment is just right, we ride the streets of desire.
Okay, all right.
We take it slow and
I feel like she's like this. Like, you know, when she does that, like, when she does that sexy look that she does. Almost like she's rapping. Yo, yo.
We never say what we feel is going away. So I wonder, how could we be feeling more than this? Tell me true what it is, 'cause something has to make us feel this way. Doesn't matter 'cause it's still the same love. Won't depend upon the words we say.
This has, I just ate my words a little bit. This has a very different vibe than the other songs. This is by, let me see, Love by Any Other Name. This is by Jess Foster. Jess Foster is doing this one. I am shocked.
Should be left undisturbed.
David Foster.
No promise spoken. Hearts don't have to get broken. More than a foot.
Did I say any other name? I meant Love by Another Name, Gilbert. Get your life together, Gilbert.
We can write a new ending if we don't like where it leads. Yeah. Well, it's too romantic.
It is growing on me.
Sweetest stuff that I've heard. I can tell you everything I'm feeling. More than this, do you know what it is? 'Cause something has to make us feel this way. Doesn't matter 'cause it's still the same love. Won't depend upon the words we say. Something happens when we make love, yeah. Si ce n'est pas l'amour, est-ce que c'est?
Oh, I love that. Brr. That sounds very Britney Spears Stop remix.
Maybe I'm low.
The bass sounds really good in my earphones. I don't know if it sounds good for you, but it sounds really good. I love it. It's hot.
Could all this be if I tried to put it in
All right, y'all. Don't get mad at me. Okay? Promise you won't get mad at me. You won't hate me. You'll still love me. I was grooving to it because I love Celine and I love music. I think you know where I'm going with this. I did not love that song. Did not love that song. And David Foster, notice how I'm switching what I'm drinking because David Foster, I have a bone to pick with you. You're one of the greatest producers of all time. The fact that you don't share any producing credit with anybody else, it's just you doing this song for Celine, I am very shocked. That song did nothing for her range. That song did nothing for the vibe of this album. I'm not a fan. Yeah. Y'all know I'm not a troll. I love me some Celine, but I'm going to be real. Not everything's all flowers and hunky-dory. I did not like that song. Didn't love it. Didn't like it. And I was like, wait, how come I don't know this song? Like, usually when you're scanning over a CD, that will age me, right? Where I'm from. You know, oh, that song, that's not right. When I saw that one, Love by Another Name, I was like, I didn't even know how that song, what the... But that's okay. We're going to be moving on because we're going to try to keep this positive. But again, like if I'm going to give a review, I need to be honest, right? Because it's not everything's 10 out of 10 for Celine. I mean, it is, but you know, it's from when it's her. If it's not her fault. And you may learn this later. There are several Celine tracks, just a few, that I really do not like. She has hundreds of songs that I love. They're some of my favorite songs of all time. But there are a few that I don't love. I will turn them off or leave the room if somebody plays them. I know, right? Just keeping it real today. Okay, we're going to go to Unison. See, I'm real. I'm a real fan. And we all know Unison. It's the title track. Let's see what it's all about. Come on, Celine. Yes, with that falsetto. By the way, this was done by Goldmark. Not Neil, not Foster.
Two hearts tonight. We're one of a kind. Here we are, undivided by anything, just you and I. We've come so far, no one else could ever steal away what we can find. Who wants to stick together? We never apart. Everybody knows who we are because we are one. We do it in unison.
In Vegas, she did an acoustic medley of this near the end of her Vegas run. It was amazing. Y'all are watching this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, do you see how even though Where Does My Heart Beat Now is a stronger song, this song still allows her to shine? I would say this is number 2. It allows her voice to stand out from the track. The track supports the soaring of her voice. It frames her voice to just go crazy, right? The other songs, other than Where's My Heart Beat Now, didn't do that as much. This one does. It's a standout for a reason. I love it. Sing, Celine. Hold that note. Amazing. Amazing. I love that song. Fun fact. I used to call this song Univision. Have you heard Celine Dion's English first album? What's it called, Gilbert? It's called Univision. I don't know. Even my best friend Lou back home would always be like, I don't think it's called Univision. I'm like, it's Univision. No, that's like, I think it's from Mexico. Isn't it like a television show in Mexico or something? Univision. I don't know. I'm thinking like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a TV station. Maybe it's a TV station. I don't know. It's definitely not Celine's first album, but I used to call it that. Anyway, that's funny. Something's wrong with me. I'm weird. Okay. But does anybody agree with me that these two songs, Where's the Heartbeat Now and Unison, track 3 and 7, so far, we still have a few to go, but so far, they are the strongest ones from the album. I do like The Last to Know, and I do love the first two, if there was any other way, and If Love Is Out the Question, but I don't think that they are as strong as songs to show off Celine. It's not necessarily even just about the highest note she hits. I just mean as far as the song's ability to frame her voice and to allow her voice to shine and stand out, because there has to be enough of, I don't want to say like a contrast, but there has to be something where, the song is setting her up, like T-balling her to knock it out of the park. And that was so gross. I'm so sorry. Just keeping it real. These two songs really do. The other one's not as much. But let's see if that could be fixed. Let's say we've got 3 more. And then this one's going to be Foster and Keen. So we're really getting into Foster territory now. So there's no excuse. And this one is called I Feel Too Much. Very freestyle. Sounds very 80s and freestyle, right? Like Lisa and the Cold Jam, CVB, Cover Girls. I'm really feeling this song. This is another favorite. Now we've got 3.
Too much, baby. All I do is think about
Sing.
Show me your perfection. It's ordinary
Celine. Y'all know she can hold a note. This song is slaying me, y'all. You better sing, Celine. Ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, that song rocked my face. It did. It just rocked my face. I don't know that I even have a face anymore. That was excellent. It was very freestyle. Like I was saying, it has that 80s vibe. There was a lot going on instrumentally that was not distracting from her voice or didn't feel like filler to her voice. It added to it. I think that's what I'm conscious of. Because, I mean, not every song on an album is going to be a single, right? Albums need filler. But I just feel like that's that need for filler on an album to fill it up. That's literally what it means. I don't think that you should try to make a song that's filler. I think that you should not even just try to make hits and try to make singles, but create a song that's worth creating. The song has to take you somewhere. It has to have its own life essence, its own vibe. It has to be its own entity that is adding to this huge collection of work. I know that today we're living in the streaming singles era. It's not so much about a united body of work like an album like it's supposed to be. Linda Perry talks a lot about that with Larry King. Maybe I'll cover that interview someday because it's really informative about the music industry. And she says a lot about the importance of what makes great music is when you are making it as a body of work. And the singles come out naturally, right? But it's about the big body of work, and we don't buy music like that anymore. And so that style of great music, I think that's why we're in a drought, because people are all about the single. Anyway, all that to say that the body of work should stand out. Even if you pull a filler off of an album, it should still be able to stand on its own. And several of these tracks have not really done that for me, but that one absolutely does. I love that one. I Feel Too Much. Excellent track. It's actually now one of my favorites. Gonna reboot this camera and give me a second. I'll be right back. There we go, and we're back. All right, let me start over my timer. I have a little timer here, guys. The timer tells me how much time I have before I have to restart my camera so that I don't get cut off when we're doing this. This is fun though. Are you guys having fun? We only have 2 more songs to go, and then I'll give my final thoughts and my official review. It'll be out of 10, which is interesting because there's 10 tracks on here. Wow. But yeah, so don't leave me yet. We're still having fun. So we have 2 more. If We Could Start Over by Foster, and when I say by, I mean produced, and Have a Heart, which I don't want to give spoilers. Maybe I like that song. All right, let's listen to If We Could Start Over.
I never found out why you walked away and never said goodbye. But now that I see you, I'm torn inside. But
I have quite a bit to say about the song. That was nice. All right. Some of y'all are going to want to unsubscribe from me because I'm just going to really keep it real. This song that we just listened to, if we could start over, it has the feel of like Karate Kid, right? Like this belongs in a movie. And it's giving me vibes of like After All with Cher and Wilson Phillips' Hold On. It has that classic sound of like this epic, larger than life, life lesson kind of like uplifting theme that you're gonna like, you can jog to like Rocky or something, but like also from a motion picture. This definitely sounds like a song that can be from a movie. Sorry, hold on. But having said that, is my wrapper in here? I threw my wrapper in here, Gilbert. That's disgusting. Don't even want to show you that on camera. Can you see that? That's disgusting, Gilbert. Okay. But that was random. But I don't think that it really went anywhere. I kind of, in my mind, I wanted it to go somewhere, and it wasn't Celine's fault. It's the song itself. It was like a plane that was trying to take off, and it never really got off the ground. It was like about to soar, and I'm like waiting, and she's singing her face off. It's not her fault. It's not like Celine didn't have the chops to do it, but the song itself, the way that it's structured, the melody, it's like it just wouldn't lift off for me. It didn't really go anywhere, and I really wanted it to, because I was like, the way that it started though was amazing. I loved how it started. I think you can tell I was visually like affected. I was like, I love it, but it just didn't take off for me. Maybe if I just hear it a bunch of more times, I might grow an appreciation for it, but it just, I don't know. I usually know pretty well from a first listen when I'm going to love a song. And again, I've heard these songs before, but it's been so long that I've probably only heard them maybe once or twice, because there's not a lot that's pulling me in to be like, I mean, let's be honest, right? Those of you that are going to be mad at me, be honest. Are you listening to these songs being like, that's on my playlist right now? I just heard it right after I drove all night and To Love You More. Probably not, right? There's a reason that we don't really know these songs very well. Not all Celine songs are like that. As we know, some of her best stuff is album filler. They were never released. Like Hello, I Surrender, right? There's no video for that. I'm not even sure that was ever released as a single. And yet it's one of her best songs. And it's one of the best ballads of all time. It's such a crime that I Surrender never got its dessert. It's flowers. It's just desserts. Anyway, let's move on. We have one more song, and then I will give my final thoughts and my number review for this out of 10. Plus, I want to read some more comments too. I want to get to some of you that took the time to leave comments in the other two videos of the live performance and music video of Where's My Heartbeat Now. So here is the final track. I think some of us, we're all familiar with it, let's be honest. It's Have a Heart. I wish I had a lighter. This was David Foster.
Lying in
Y'all better hold on to your wigs because she's about to sing. Me too, Celine. Sing.
I'm begging you, let me show you how much I need you. Baby, just tell me this much is true. I miss your touch. I'm still in love. I want you so much.
Sing.
Still in love.
Okay. That song does something to me, y'all. And I may or may not have a reaction coming up sometime soon with her performing that song at the Juno Awards, if you know what I'm talking about. I think in 87, right? Like 3 years before she released this as an album. She was ready. She was foreshadowing that she was coming to conquer the English market. And she did. Because she's the queen. Anyway, I love that song. I love the build of that song. I think she does it better live. This record's great. But y'all know she's a beast in front of the microphone, right? So she really kills this song live. Slays it. Especially that the final third of the song, right? The bridge and then the final climax chorus. Celine, we love you. So I guess it's time for me to give my final thoughts for the whole album, right? First, before I do that, let's play some background music. Maybe I can go a little bit. Hold on. Let's go a little bit quieter with this. Let's read some more comments. So in response to the live performances, the music videos, right? I asked a lot of people, which version did you like better? The USA version or the Canadian version? Teresa's Bedroom said, which one do I like better? Well, that is a tough choice. On one hand, the Canadian one is very early 90s, and it really exemplifies the aesthetic of that era, which I can absolutely appreciate. It's one of my favorite decades of the 20th century, anything for the nostalgia. On the other hand, there is something to be said about the simplicity of the US version. It's pure in its execution, allowing Celine's masterful performance of the song to be the main focus. And that's true. We talk a lot about how she becomes the song, right? And she just gives a great performance. And I love that performance is highlighted in Where Does My Heart Beat Now? And it looks like a concert. I mean, the music video looks like a live performance. It looks like a concert. And so she's really highlighted as a performer there. Allowing Celine's masterful performance of the song to be the main focus. Decisions. I feel you, Teresa. I'm with you. I don't like having to pick between things often either when it comes to my favorites. It's impossible to choose. But because I am not one to say both, and this is true, y'all, Teresa's one of my friends. She doesn't like to say that. When presented with these types of questions, I will say that I, drumroll please, prefer the US version over the Canadian version.
Just to say goodbye.
Sorry, the piece of tape got caught on my mixer. I'm proud of you, Teresa, for not copping out and just saying I can't pick or saying both, but you gave an answer. And you said the US version, but not over the Canadian version, but not by much. That's amazing. Gospel Grace 316, my friend Derek, I just outed who you are. He says, what? How did I not know about there being a different Canadian version music video of this song? I'm shocked, but I'm grateful you found the video and informed us. I personally like the US live performance music video much better. Yep, US one, that's 2 for 2 now. With Celine's amazing connections to the lyrics and the camera and the crowd interaction. I love the song very much. What a way to begin her English career, he says, and to be introduced to America. I absolutely agree. Polsky Titan says the music videos are good, but the live performances are beyond this world. Well, I answered that. Actually, I think you sent this right before I uploaded the live performances. Annette Martin, hi friend, says I prefer the Canadian version. As a Canadian, it's my duty. I love it. But I also like the visuals better. That's fair. Thanks, Annette. Let me see. Paul Purcell says, hi, Gilby. Hello. I had this single on cassette version. LOL. Back in the day. Her first big USA English hit, I believe. Yep. But great album, Unison. Yeah, we're listening to that right now. And then Peter comes in. Hi, Peter. He says, Selena Renee's first kiss at the Eurovision Song Contest. That's right, when she won in my home city of Dublin. Yes, in 1988. We're going to start the song over again because I like it. Lara Fabian, who many of us know and love, performed that night for Luxembourg. She came in 4th. Celine famously came in 1st. She won, beating the UK entry by 1 point. That's amazing. Let me see. Urshad says, Gilbert, why do you compare this video with Vision of Love? When that video came out, Vision of Love even wasn't released. Check it out on Wikipedia. Yeah, no, I know you're right. So I did say that I was getting Mariah vibes. But maybe Mariah, maybe I won't say about Mariah, but maybe, Columbia and the label liked Celine's version for the Canada version of Where's My Heart Beat Now, but they already had their pick and it wasn't that one, so maybe they utilized that for Mariah's Vision of Love look. And to know what I'm talking about, you have to watch the Canadian version of Where Does My Heart Beat Now with Celine, and it's very Mariah Carey. It's, in my opinion, it looks very Vision of Love, that music video. But like he's pointing out to me, Vision of Love came second. Celine's version of Where's My Heart Beat Now from Canada was first. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got this. Jenny Masterson says, I love that you're here to give us all the goodies on the greatest. My pleasure. Thank you for doing all the work that most of us can't. You're so sweet. Love there are others, but out there who love Celine too. You're also correct. She was such a little girl here having no idea what's in store for her. I really love that. I love when, 'cause I'm a person of faith, right? And I love when what I see as God, I love that he blesses people. And I love that he rewards humility and patience and hard work and dedication and integrity. And Celine shines in all of those areas. So I do believe that her coming into this very, very sweet, very eager, very appreciative is what catapulted her to the top. I believe God had a hand in that. Let me see. Well, that's really good. Did I get most of these? I think I did. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Then again, I mean, there's probably more coming in since I've made this because it's going to take a couple days to edit and stuff. But thank you so much, everyone, for your comments and coming in and being supportive. It's really amazing. Okay, I can't stall anymore. I have to give a. Let's do Where's My Heart Beat Now. I have to give a review of the album now, my final thoughts.
So much to believe in. We were lost in time.
We love you, Celine. Okay, so I could just be cheap about it and just say, well, there's 10 tracks that make the album. So how many of those songs did I love? And that would be the rating out of 10, right? But I don't think it's that simple. Because I would say there are 3-4 songs that I really, really love out of the album, but I'm thinking about the totality of the album, right? Like, how solid is this album to just push in the player and press play and just enjoy the journey of the album? And how well is it united? I'm thinking about how much the songs helped her shine or didn't really help her shine, because this is her debut, and I feel like it's hard for me to be so harsh, but I have to be. This was her introduction to our market, so there's a lot of pressure on here, and she's working with David Foster, who she sought out specifically, who produced tracks on this album that I don't think stood out all that much, honestly. I mean, I love Have a Heart. That's probably the one that stood out the most that he did. And then that other one, Feel Too Much. I like that one. That was him. That was nice. Right? Yeah, that was him. But other than that, this is the only song that like rocks me. Like, this song is the only song actually out of the 10 that is on my current Celine playlist. And it's not only because it was a single. I'm not that susceptible to marketing. I mean, I do. Marketing means a lot, but so I Surrender, right, was not marketed at all, and it's always on my top spot. So I pick out songs because they mean something to me, and they got my attention, and they stand on their own. And this is the only one that really does that for me. So I'm going to be very honest. So I would say, you guys are going to hate me, out of 10, taking everything into consideration, I give this album, because it is a debut, and I'm thinking about the discography, the entire catalog of Celine, and just thinking about what she's capable of musically, okay? Remember that, what she's capable of musically. And I'm probably going to give this a 3.7. 3.7 out of 10. It's quite a low. And I think that 3.7 is kind of generous. But I'm taking into account the way that she sang the songs that she was given, because she is singing passionately. There's not a lot of dynamic, but this song is so strong. It's the majority of the reason that it's 3.7, because I believe that this is one of her best songs in her career. And so this song alone is carrying the weight of most of that 3.7. Have a Heart's part of it. I do love the first other two tracks as well. And I do really enjoy I Feel Too Much as well. I think 3.7 is actually me being generous, but I'm not going to take it back. I'm going to stand by that as my rating for this album, because it's not a bad album. It's just near the bottom of the barrel for me. But that is my review and my recap and my reaction to this amazing time together and for this album. And I really am grateful that you all stuck around to watch this with me, and hopefully I didn't make you all want to unsubscribe to me or block me or something, because I'm just keeping it real. Trust me, there's more to come. There are more albums, as we know, of Celine that are just phenomenal albums. Like, just the totality of the album, it's just done so well. This was her just starting out in our market, right? Starting out in English, and she's had a phenomenal career since. So there's more to come. You will definitely see me abundantly give Celine her due flowers, just keeping it honest. If you enjoyed this video, as I always say, please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and drop me a comment. Are you a fan of Celine? Do you love this album? Please forgive me if this is your favorite album of Celine, but drop it in the comments. What are your favorite songs from this album? And tell me about those songs. Maybe I need to re-listen to a couple of them, and I'm open to hearing another point of view about them. But definitely, let's communicate. Let's keep these conversations going. I'm so excited for her that she debuted 33 years ago and gave us all this amazing music. So I'm really excited, and let's just keep this conversation going. Now I'm rambling because I'm nervous. I love you. God bless you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Mwah. Bye-bye.